This Botanic Gardens relationship with China is an amazing one. It goes back more than 100 years since botanists from Edinburgh started going to China, and we're still there every year today. Well, nowadays we're working closely with all of the Chinese Academy of Sciences Botanic Gardens. They have a network of about 15 major botanic gardens, and we work very closely with their staff and their teams doing joint work, exploring for new plants, discovering a lot of new plants, and working hard to conserve and protect the amazing plants that grow in China.
About the picture behind you, please.
Yes, this celebrated the twinning between the Royal Botanic Garden Edinburgh and the Kunming Institute of Botany, and it was a painting given to us by Professor Wu Zhengyi, who's now in his 90s and recently received one of the top science prizes in China. And he used the colours of the Chinese flag, red and gold, and the Scottish flag, blue and white, growing together to symbolise that relationship between botanic gardens. And that painting was very popular with Madame Guo, the previous Chinese Consul General in Edinburgh. And she, in fact, designed a Scottish tartan to celebrate the links between Scotland with blue and white and China with red and gold. But she added in a green stripe to the design, and the green is botanic gardens connecting Scotland and China together. We have about 400 different kinds of rhododendrons growing in our garden, mostly from China, and that's probably the biggest collection of Chinese rhododendrons outside of China. So looking to the future, we're working closely with a number of gardens, and our focus now is on conserving and protecting plants, putting them back in the wild, because many wild plant species, which are very valuable, perhaps as medicines or for some other kind of use, are disappearing just because of the pressures of development. That's happening around the world. So in China, we're very actively working with botanic gardens to restore plants back to the wild. Well, personally, it's wonderful for me to work in China because it happens that when I was very young, I went to school in Hong Kong, and I never thought that as a professional adult I would be back working in China. So for me, it's been a kind of closed the circle, and it's wonderful to be able to work in China today.